You're watching WYLN TV 35. Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. The parent company of KME confirmed on Friday that it will soon be closing its doors. For over 50 years, Kovach Mobile Equipment in Nesquehoning has been manufacturing fire trucks for companies nationwide, and the Rev Group purchased the company back in 2016 from the Kovach family. The Rev Group said the trucks will no longer be produced out of the Carbon County facility after April of next year, and that new orders will be sent to other facilities. Nearly 400 people are employed at KME and will soon be out of work, prompting 2 local officials to respond. State Senator John Udicek and State Representative Doyle Heffley released a joint press release stating it's very disappointing that the Rev Group never engaged local or state leaders about future plans for the Nesquehoning plant or gave stakeholders the opportunity to keep the plant open. They went on to say that they'll work together to ensure that all KME employees receive every benefit they're entitled to in order to help them transition into new employment opportunities. A Schuylkill County man died during an accident with a police cruiser over the weekend. According to state police, 31-year-old Joseph Potter was hit by the police vehicle while crossing Laurel Boulevard in Pottsville shortly before 1 Sunday morning. Potter was taken to Lehigh Valley Hospital East, where he was later pronounced dead. The identity of the officer involved has not been released at this time. Police in Wright Township are searching for a suspect involved in a mountaintop burglary. Police say that a man broke into the Mountaintop Area Little League concession stand around 3:30 the morning of August 25th. Anyone with information on the incident being asked to call Wright Township Police at 570-474-9251. State Police at Hazleton will be hosting a child car seat check event later this month. The free checks will be performed by certified child passenger seat technicians. Parents can stop by the State Police Barracks at 250 Desson Drive in West Hazleton from 2 until 8 p.m., Tuesday, September 21st. No appointment is necessary, but if you'd like to schedule one, contact Trooper Anthony Petrosky by calling 570-459-3900, extension 216. The 166th annual Bloomsburg Fair is just 11 days away, and we've got a sneak peek of what's to come straight from the source itself.
We're back, and it's great to be back. I can't wait for the fair to start and get here. It's so exciting leading up to it, being we had a year off, and a lot of changes have been made. I mean, we introduced a racetrack here this summer, and it's going very well, and a lot of fans and new people coming to that. The overall, I mean, we have everything else that you would expect, all the food. This is an eating fair, so come try all the new foods, the old foods, and your favorite foods. We have Amusements of America, again, for the rides. Wonderful ride company to give us all the rides that they have. Lots and lots of rides for the kids of any size. Farm Museum building, we have wineries in there and educational exhibits in there. Some of the other things that are big hits here is the animals. We have all the animals here that you'd ever want to see out on farm. So many people come to see the animals, and it's such a good thing to see. And with that comes the FFA and the 4-H. We're real big and proud sponsors of the FFA and the 4-H. We really want to support them, and we ask the people to come out and support them too, because it's a big part of this agricultural fair. Along with the FFA and the 4-H entering all their projects, the general public can enter projects too in the agriculture, the horticulture, and the arts and crafts building. Please, we encourage all kinds of people to enter your special products. And then there's also the Pennsylvania apple pie and the Pennsylvania chocolate cake baking contest. And if you come here and you happen to get first couple places in those two, then you can go on to the farm show building in January in Harrisburg. And that'd be a real treat to have somebody from Bloomsburg area show at the Bloomsburg Fair and then go on to the farm show and win the farm show. So please, if you have any interest or talent, enter it in one of the buildings at the Bloomsburg Fair.
Oh my gosh, my favorite part about the fair, I would say coming with my grandfather. We were best friends and we did everything here at the fair, from eating ice cream to slopping it down ourselves to going in, and he got to watch me show my goats here at the fair and just spending time with my family and friends. It's the best thing about this fair, is just coming together. I will be here basically all week long, so I just have a little bit more duties and roles, but I am so glad to just keep sharing the love with everybody here. Born and raised in Berwick, so Bloomsburg Fair is no stranger to me. I've grown up here since I was a little girl, and I'm so honored to be crowned the 2021 Bloomsburg Fair Queen and continue to show my love for my community, my family, and also my fair, and support the FFA and the 4-H here and bringing that farm food right to the table.
Visit bloomsburgfair.com or call 570-387-4142 for more on premium books and entering at the Keystone Agricultural Center for the 166th Annual Bloomsburg Fair. Coming up on WYLN News, highlights from Friday night's Bulldog-Cougar matchup, plus recapping the 2021 Baseball Hall of Fame. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
My name is Alexander Vinoho. I'm 12 years old, and this is your WYLN forecast for the week.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today. SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Solo Spaceman on WYLN TV 35. Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 4, Sundays at 9.
Hey guys, this is Ray Merrill from Blaze Alexander Buick GMC. Are you in the market for that hard-to-find needle in a haystack? You want that 3/4-ton AT4 2500 Duramax? We have one. You don't need a full-size truck? How about the Canyon? We have a few AT4s available, ready for immediate delivery. You're looking for a GMC Terrain 2021? Save over $3,500. We have the brand new Encore GX. You can save over $2,000 or 0% for 72 months. So if you're in the market for a brand new Buick or GMC, come on down and see the selection we have here at Blaze Alexander.
With season coverage comes Game of the Week highlights, and our Rhino Sachi has the recap from Friday night's Bulldog-Cougar matchup.
Friday night, WYLN brought you Week 3 of live high school football as the Hazleton area Cougars traveled to Berwick to take on the Bulldogs. Coming into this game, Berwick was 1-1 while Hazleton was 0-2. Berwick gained momentum early after Ben Noor would get the Dogs to the 1-yard line on a 32-yard reception. After that, Aiden Mason would punch it into the end zone to give Berwick a 7-0 lead.
Give us to Mason, trying to stretch it out. And Mason is in for a 2 Italian guys. Pizzeria, Bulldog touchdown.
But next possession, Hazleton would answer as Ryan Mattias would score on a 15-yard touchdown reception.
Wolf throws across the middle of Mattias. Mattias on his feet to the end zone for a 2 Italian guys. Pizzeria, Cougar touchdown.
And just as fast as Hazleton answered the Dogs, the Dogs would answer Hazleton even faster on another Aiden Mason touchdown.
It'll be Mason. Mason pulling his way to the end zone for another 2 Italian guys. Pizzeria, Bulldog touchdown.
All 3 first quarter touchdowns were scored in 1 minute and 45 seconds, with Berwick in the lead 14-7. Halfway into the second quarter, Hazleton would get on the board again on a 31-yard Matthew Casadas touchdown to tie things up.
It's that way to Casadas. They got the first down and more. Casadas down the sideline to the end zone for a 2 Italian guys. Pizzeria, Cougar touchdown.
With 2 minutes left in the third quarter, Hazleton quarterback Tyler Wolf put the team on his back by using his legs.
Wolf is going to run the draw again. Wolf to the end zone. He's in for a 2 Italian guys. Pizzeria, Cougar touchdown.
The Cougars would take their first lead of the night, making the score 21-14. And fast forward to 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter, Berwick would get the ball on their own 20-yard line. And shortly after, Ryan Matthews would make the biggest play of the game.
Lonzinski rolls, pass is intercepted by Ryan Matthews, and the Cougars are 22.3 seconds away from win number 1.
And the Cougars would get their first win of the season after that huge Ryan Matthews interception with a final score of 21-14. Reporting for WYLN Sports, I'm Ryan Osachi.
Thanks, Ryan. And speaking of, our WYLN sports crew is already gearing up to bring you game number 4 of the 2021 high school football season. We kick off with some live Comets Wildcats action this Friday, September 17th, as we travel to Mountaintop for the Crestwood Western Wayne matchup. Tune in for your Friday night fill of Marty Burns, Joe DeMelfi, and our WYLN sports crew, bringing you the event, not just the highlights. Sponsored by Lehigh Valley Health Network, your orthopedics and sports medicine partner. No plans Friday night? No problem. Got some? Well, cancel them. Instead, tune in for your weekly dose of Friday night football and all the live local action right here on WYLN TV. WYLN's all-time OT hero, Marty Burns, has the in-depth analysis of what's happening on and off season across our viewing area. So, let's talk sports.
Welcome to Let's Talk Sports, brought to you by Blaze Alexander Family Dealerships, Hazleton. This past Wednesday, the Baseball Hall of Fame had their induction ceremony up at Cooperstown, New York. And one of the key figures in that ceremony was former Yankee captain Derek Jeter, as he was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. It brings me to another Yankee captain that I often talk about with our very own Joe Flanagan about how he isn't in the Hall of Fame, and I'm talking about Thurman Munson, another former Yankee captain, as I mentioned, had his career tragically cut short in August 1979 due to an airplane crash that took his life. But Thurman played 10 years in the major leagues. He had 3 Gold Gloves, was a 7-time All-Star, 2-time World Series champion, won the Rookie of the Year in 1970, won the MVP in 1976. In his career stats, a .292 batting average, 113 home runs, 701 RBIs. His tops in his career, he hit .318 in 1975. He had 20 home runs in 1973. And in the midst of 3 straight 100-plus RBI seasons, 1976 he drove in 105. And like Jeter, where Jeter stepped up when the lights were brightest, and I'm talking about playoff time, Thurman Munson in his playoff career, he played in 3 American League Championship Series where he hit .339, 2 home runs, 10 RBIs, 3 World Series where he hit .373, 1 home run, 12 RBIs, 6 playoff series combined, .357, 3 home runs, 22 RBIs. I don't think you can look at the length of his career. You look at what he did when he was playing the game of baseball, and I truly do think Thurman Munson should be in the Baseball Hall of Fame. He was a Yankee captain. Let's go to the captain of WYLN. Let's head it over to Julia.
Thanks, Marty. And coming up on Upper Lehigh's News Choice, details on the Hazleton Unico Bella Italia Festival and Community and You. Plus, who's leading the way this week? Stay with us and find out.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Chura's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in 610 North Broad Street, West Hazleton, 570-454-7229.
When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
Hi, I'm Marty Burns, host of Sports Talk, your weekly source for Hazleton area high school football. Join us every week as I'll be joined by head coach Dennis Bookman as we go over past Hazleton area opponents, look ahead to a future opponent, and have a guest from the Cougar football program. That's all this season on Sports Talk, brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton, your orthopedics and sports medicine partner.
Tri-County has been keeping your office up to speed since 1969. Everything your office needs: office supplies, personal and custom business forms, business cards, office furniture, new and used office equipment, copy, print, and scan solutions with wide format capabilities. Leasing is also available, free off-street parking, and free local delivery. Tri-County Business Machines, 117 East Broad Street in Hazleton, 570-459-0754. Family owned and operated since 1969.
Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Community and You here on WYLN. We are here with Daniel DeMalfi, and we are talking about an event that's coming your way mid-September. So we're going to start off. Let's just talk about the event itself. Okay. For those who don't know, what is the event?
Okay, this is the Hazleton Unico, the Italian-American club. It's the Bella Italia Festival celebrating Italian heritage. It will be held September 17th, 18th, and 19th. This is our 13th festival, but we've been doing it 14 years, but because of last year with COVID. So, you know, we know that it's become a very, very successful event. People look forward to it, so we're expecting huge crowds.
And this event came together, at least this year. I know you just said, you know, you guys unfortunately missed a year. Mm-hmm. How did this come together this year?
Well, we started, we projected that possibly some of the restrictions will be loosening up. So even before the mandate was lifted, we got together and we planned just in case, with the caveat with all the entertainers that there's a possibility this might not happen. So we didn't want to wait until things opened up to start planning. So we started planning back in March, and looks like we're good to go.
And for the event, what can people find coming here? I know we've talked about this. There's a long list of things, so it's really exciting, folks. Check out. There's a lot to do, and there's a lot going on. So why don't we go through just the general and then the big events that are coming?
Okay. Well, it's going to be at Hazel Township Community Park. Beautiful setting. That's where we've always had it. It's a family event. A lot of stuff happening there for kids. And the big thing is food. It's an Italian festival. You know, there's going to be plenty of food, plenty of Italian food, and even some non-Italian food. We will have vendors of all types. We'll have entertainment throughout the 3-day period. We will have free kids rides up in the north end of the park by the pavilion. There are carnival rides there for kids. We have kids games. It's just a great family event.
And those big events that are coming around, I know there's some big ones. There's something with meatballs.
Oh yes, on Saturday the 18th. We're going to have once again our competition for the best meatball in Hazleton, and what we're asking people to do: be out at the park. No pre-registration needed. Just come out to the park no later than 11:30 on Saturday, and bring about a dozen meatballs. And it's very important; they can either be fried or baked, and not in sauce, because we're judging those. We have 3 qualified judges. We're judging them solely on the texture and the use of spice and the overall taste of the meatball. And there are prizes. There's a coveted trophy. It's for bragging rights. We will do it. It will all be judged by number. There won't be any names involved, so to be very, very fair and impartial. That will be on Saturday. It starts at 12, as I said, before 11:30. We'll be there right by the main stage. Just come up and give us the meatballs. Then we have on Sunday, we have a pasta eating contest. And the good thing about the pasta eating contest, we have one for the kids and one for the adults. There are prizes involved with that. It's, I believe, a pound of pasta that we weigh out, so we have exactly the same amount. And the catch is, that's in sauce. Can't use your hands. So it gets to be a really fun event. And also, that is Sunday. The pasta is Sunday. The meatball contest is Saturday. They're both at 12 noon. 3 p.m. on Saturday. This is something that we've been doing for quite a number of years. We're honoring all of our veterans. We have a special performance, or a special service up at the pavilion, and there will be some dignitaries there. And we're going to honor these people because they put themselves in harm's way, so we have the freedom to have a festival like this. So we're telling people, if you'd like to register, you could call Sacco Chiropractic at 570-497-4150 and leave your name there. Or you could also check with our president, Donna Delahanty, 570-436-8265. Fireworks at Dusk. We'll have a great big fireworks show, as people have come to expect. That will be happening down at the lake at Dusk on Saturday. We do have to mention our big time sponsors here. We really appreciate Geisinger Healthcare is our gold event sponsor, and LVHN is our entertainment sponsor. It's just a great event, and we look forward to it every year. All the money that we raise is used for charitable causes here in our area. So Unico is a service organization, and we help those in need.
All right. All right, folks. Come for food, for fun, for family, and for fellowship. You can find it September 17th to the 19th, Hazel Township Park, correct?
Community Park, yes.
Community Park. All right, folks. Thank you for talking with us.
Thanks for having us.
And thank you, folks, for joining us here on Community and You on WYLN.
Sacco Chiropractic, East Broad Street in Hazleton, has the health care you've been waiting for. Whether it's a chronic issue or something new, Sacco Chiropractic has the most up-to-date techniques and therapies to help with any ailment. From his days of playing football with the Cougars and then in college, Dr. Scott Sacco has an elite understanding of sports injuries and how to correct them. Whether you are an athlete, a weekend warrior, or a grandmother, we can help with multiple issues. Call today to see why relief is super, man. 570-497-4150.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice, everyday low prices, plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
It's high school football time. Watch WYLN for all the local high school football action as we bring you the event, not just a highlight, like only WYLN can. The Game of the Week on WYLN TV is sponsored by Lehigh Valley Health Network, your orthopedics and sports medicine partner. For the best in local sports, watch WYLN TV 35. the event, not just the highlights. WYLN CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the Children's Programming Report is on file for public inspection at WYLN 1057 East 10th Street in Hazleton, Pennsylvania during normal business hours. To view the report online, visit fcc.org.
WYLN's going behind the scenes to learn more about the lives and goals of our local leaders. So, Fire Chief Donald Lechko is leading the way again to kick off this week's series.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Leading the Way, where we explore the backstories of those paving NEPA towards a better future. This week, we're joined by Hazleton City Fire Chief Donald Lechko. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you on.
It's a great pleasure.
So, let's start off where we always begin, at the beginning. Tell us about growing up in the area, your childhood, and what your aspirations were as a kid.
I was born and raised in McAdoo, Pennsylvania. My father was the fire chief in McAdoo. My father, Bob, and Mary Ann, I lived there most of my entire life up until I got hired in the city. But as I was growing up in a child, you grew up in a firehouse family. My father was involved in the fire service from the day before I was even born. I was well involved in McAdoo, and my two brothers are involved there. And you grew up in that atmosphere. The greatest, I should say, the fun we always had was going to the firehouse with Dad. I got to go to the firehouse with my father, and it was just so great. And that's basically what brought me into the fire service. Even before, I couldn't join McAdoo until I was age 14. But, being age 10, 9, it was great just going to the firehouse, getting to learn everything. Had so many great role models at the firehouse that really led the way and, showed me to pave the way into getting involved in the fire service. And, here I am today. And I'm really who I am today because of a lot of them, especially my parents, my father, my mom, my brothers. Just so many great mentors I had, and it was just great growing up in the fire service and being involved. I think getting involved in McAdoo taught me the way of, the struggles of the fire service that today we see, especially with volunteerism, fundraising. Basically, I'm still a very active member of McAdoo. I go over there quite often. I'm very involved. But I think that's how you learned hard work. You learned about volunteerism. You learned about helping people. And basically, I knew that was what I wanted to do in life and help people, but also learned, core family values. Giving respect to your parents, giving respect to others. Basically learning how to be a person and be a good person. And do all you can to help people.
Yeah. All right, folks. Check back tomorrow night as Chief Lechko continues leading the way into part 2 of this week's segment. Good night.
And that's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page, YouTube page, or at WYLNTV.com. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next, right here on WYLN TV.